There we go. Love how my mouse makes it so I double click. Hey, look at the camera worked the first time. Sweet. Good there, music's playing. Awesome, what's going on everybody? My name is Zach. This is I Don't Know Entertainment if you're coming from Twitch, and it will be soon I Don't Know Entertainment if you're coming from YouTube. I'm just gonna make it consistent. It's been a bit. How are you guys doing? Yeah, it's been I don't know how long it's been since our last stream. It looks like wow, a month. Okay, cool. Hope it's been a good month for you guys. Spent the last month just kind of figuring stuff out, mental health junk. The perks of being human. But yeah, haven't been lazy that entire month. A lot has gone down. So, that's enough of that. But what's important today is you can see the title of the stream. It's called Doing a Theme Stream, and the notification is we're back and we're figuring it out. That's because I'm not 100% sure what we're going to be doing today. I started on a game project, and I realized that I was kind of falling back into this kind of game dev hole I used to fall into a lot when I was making games a couple years ago, which is making games with the idea that it is going to be here. Sorry, I'm trying to get it set up properly. My mouse is doing this fun thing. Thought I could fix it. Supposed to get a new one, but I spent the time trying to fix it instead. Did not work. But my mouse is doing this great thing where it actually double clicks every single time I use it. So I'm gonna try to avoid a good chunk of the OBS controls because this will cause it to crash, which is fun. But yeah, getting back to what I was saying. So I fell into this kind of dev pit. I don't really know what else to call it. Where I was working on a game, or at least starting a game project, where I was like, you know what, this will be popular. Hey, Finger Poppin', welcome to this. Oh, welcome back to the stream. It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. How about you? It's good to see you. But yeah, I was making games again, or I was working on a project, and I realized I was doing it again with the idea. I was like, you know, this is going to be the one that makes the money. This is the one that's going to send my career. It's gonna be great. And here's the cool thing: one, games for your career, it's awesome. Game development is awesome. It's a messy industry, but it's a cool one. But saw someone on the game dev Reddit, and I already know, but it's a pretty good spot actually. Say that if you go into game dev kind of thinking like that kind they compared it to like buying lottery tickets. Also, I'm glad to hear it's going pretty good, Finger. But like it's cool, and it's like you got that excitement, but if you're doing it purely for profit, there's no passion in it, and making games is difficult. And if you don't have any passion behind making that game, then it's not gonna really be fun making it at all. And as someone who's like a solo dev, that's kind of what I want to do. I want to be able to like continue like enjoy making the games, which I did a lot with the Potato game and the Shotgun game, which I think is why they both got finished. So I was working on this kind of Left 4 Dead multiplayer thing, which is in hindsight kind of crazy to do. Something I would like to actually just approach in the future, but for something I want to like just work on and not burn myself out on, multiplayer's kind of crazy to do. So we're not going to do that. We're going to be looking at my game idea list today, figuring out what we want to make. We are going to go into Blender for a little bit today. It's not going to be the craziest. It's not going to be like the longest stream today. But we're going to go into Blender today. We're going to practice a little bit of character modeling for this kind of pinata character I designed a while ago. I want to get better at Blender. And we're just going to have a pretty chill ramp up back into streaming thing. So we can get something done versus like me just kind of like evening out, like halfway through and just burning out. So, with that being said, let's switch it over to my, let's see, list of game ideas. This is mine. No one gets to steal this. But, these are a lot of games that I've kind of come up with, or I've had ideas for, that I've wanted to attempt. If you do want to try one of these ideas, make sure you give me a little shout out if you do make it. That's what I asked for. Yeah, but I want to figure out like what kind of game we want to make. Like, I started working on becoming a little bit more efficient with Godot actually over the last couple of bits of time. This is the game I was talking about where I was like working on it and I was like, do I really want to be making this one? But check it out. So you see my Godot looks a little different, and that's because I got this really cool thing which is like the Godot minimal theme. It's really awesome. changes the spacing of Godot stuff a little bit, and I rearranged some of my screen so it looks a little bit better. I don't. It's kind of getting, it kind of gets confusing for me sometimes because I'm like, oh, the file system's right here, but it's like, oh, you used to be down here and blah blah. I might change it around, but I made this Quake character controller, which actually turned out pretty good, and I made this little gun model. But basically, I started working on a FPS controller, and I had a slam ability where you can like make enemies slam back, you can move around, you can double jump, and it was just a good FPS controller. And honestly, this was just good practice to have because one, I feel like I'm a better programmer because of this. If you look here, so go back to the Quake controller. You see, I actually separated the generalized like controller itself with all the bits and pieces that I needed from what would actually be used in this game, which I use here. And this was just me using script inheritance, which is it was just a super common thing. But this was good. This is like me like actually practicing good programming practice. So, and I actually know what this does now, which is great. I have this to-do system right here, which is actually a plugin you can get on the asset library right here. I'll show you what it is. But this is actually a super helpful tool. This one right here, To-Do Manager. And basically what it does is if you put one of these in your comments, like this to-do tag right here, this hack tag, this fix me tag, what's it called? This plugin will categorize those and show you what scripts those are in, and then you can click it, and it'll take you to where that is, so you can fix it if you need to, which is super great for just code organization. So yeah, this was a lot of fun. Learned a lot about like just modeling better. I feel like if I open Blender here, this right here, this gun model, even though it's super simple, this is probably the best. Oh, hey, Jethro. This is probably the best UV unwrap model I've ever made. So, you know, progress is progress. I just need to figure out, like, what I want to do. And that's a big thing. Like, Potato Game was fun, and that was just, like, a random thing. There is a game I've been wanting to make for a while, and it is completely against everything I said I was going to do. I said the next game I was going to make wasn't going to have an inventory system, wasn't going to have any complex systems, but honestly, it's a turn-based RPG, which isn't even a genre that I particularly enjoy, but I want to give my hands at making one just to see how it goes. So I'm thinking about doing that. I had this idea for a horror game too. I haven't made a horror game yet, which would be interesting. Where like you live on a street and it just gets progressively worse. That's super descriptive. That's what we're figuring out today. That's what the whole figure out part is. We're gonna just like decide what game we're gonna make. We are going to say, hey, this is the game we're gonna stick to, and that is what it is. So there is a game I worked on a while ago that's actually 2D. That's kind of in the Vampire Survivors vein. Might make something like that. The goal is to have something that's like kind of bite-sized to make, like with Potato Game, because that took 2 months, and we want to do something like that that's easily expanded upon. So something like a point-and-click adventure RPG game, that's cool, but that's a lot of different systems, and well, again, I'm thinking about like I'm limiting myself before that even occurs. So let me not quite do that. Let's be good here. Maybe. I've been thinking about this one for a while, actually. And I have a name I actually like for it, too. And I have experience with making inventory systems at this point. And with the nav-based system. I don't know, what do you think, Finger? We making a point-and-click adventure? A little RPG action here? Tons of bouncing? Tons of bouncing. Could be cool. That's all I need to hear. All right, that's what we're doing. Closing this out. So we're gonna be doing that today. Don't look at my desktop with a bunch of games and stuff that I haven't cleaned up in a while. I think actually, what is this? These are all sound effects from Potato Game. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're gonna be working on. Oh crap! There it is. I really need to buy a new mouse before this actually makes me go crazy. See, look at that. That was a single click. New project. Okay, let's do that. So this project, I like this name for it. It's going to be set in a virus-riddled computer from the 90s. You had all your desktop icons. Yeah, I have 2 monitors. If you saw the state of the second monitor, it is a mess. Like I feel like that's a better representation of my thought processes versus what you see here. This is already like not too bad. Like this, I can actually just that. And let's see, let's take this and this. Let's take all three of these actually. You, and let's do the computer equivalent of shoving these under the bed. There we go. Look at that. Clean desktop. You didn't even know what I had there. Nothing was there. Nothing was there the entire time. You're crazy. All right, so we got a new game project here. We're going to call this one Merlin Antivirus. And I don't know if antivirus is spelled like that or not, but this is a game idea I had for a while. And before we go into it, let me just quickly go to the Godot website and see if there's a new version of Godot with any more stability changes. Because that, we're in 4.2.2, don't care about that, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool, we're good here. Alrighty. So, Merlin Antivirus is going to be created on, actually, hold on, before we even do this, because this is always a pain in the butt, let's actually make the Git repo first. Look at all these. Oh yeah, that was the, oh god, that was a different game, dude. This is crazy. Or we'll work on that next year. Well, definitely not on this channel. Create a brand new repository. We're gonna make sure it's in the proper file. It should be under Godot projects. That is correct. We're gonna call this one Merlin Antivirus. And as a hyphen in for us, retro spell casting. And make sure it has a git ignore. And if you don't know what this is just something you set up. Dude, please no. What just happened? Did it not make it? Okay. If you don't know what a git ignore is, it's basically this thing that you can set up for a Git repo where like if your engine creates any specific temp files, like Godot does do that, it will, I'm gonna have to use my keyboard for this, ignore them and they won't commit them to your repo, which will make it a lot cleaner. Retro spell casting. Make sure it's in the right spot. Yep. And tap, create repository. Awesome. Now what we can do is we can go to Godot. Oh, now then the double click, you're not gonna make it. We're gonna create a new project. Call this one again, Merlin Antivirus. And we are gonna make sure that you are in Godot projects. And if we go to, here, select the current folder. Awesome, it's empty. Make sure it's using this, blah, 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 forward compatibility, you're using that, blah, blah, blah. Cool, awesome. Now, we have finished setting up our scene. So there's a lot of stuff I want to quickly just change because I do like some of the layout I did have before. So for one, the inspector is cool where it is. Here's what I'm gonna do. Oh god. What is that for? That's my dog walking a lot. It's cool. We're gonna set this up. We're just gonna get the basics of just getting the engine set up. We're gonna create a design document. Then we're gonna work on our Blender bits in pieces later on. So let's see what we got here. First off, I just want to quickly reorganize our layout a little bit. Make sure we're using the correct theme. Editor settings. Is that? Oh sweet, that is default. Right on. All right. And this contrast, I actually like. Yeah, I like point. I think I set it to 2. Oh, it can only set to 1. Oh god, okay. Icon saturation, that's what it was. I kept it at 2, set it to like 1.3, I think was something I kind of liked before. Makes them a little darker, a little easier to see. Cool. Alright, dope. And now let's finish everything else. This file system's fine where it is. Let's change the scene, move it over to the left side of the screen like so. Do that. Make sure it's over here. Sweet. Inspector, you need to be at the bottom of the screen, which is good. So this way we can see the scene tree, the file system and import's good right there. Node needs to be next to inspector down there, perfect. History next to scene, which is good. I think, let's see, file system, I can do that and it's like the import's right there. That's fine as is, perfect. Let's add in the to-do manager that I like. This is just a really good plugin to have. It's gonna freak out that there's a couple extra Git files in there. Cool. That should be enabled. We go to projects, we go to plugins. It's here. Perfect. We got that set up now. And the last thing I want to do, just to make sure that this is all set up. I think this is solid actually. We got our 3D scene here. We got a file system, which I kind of like to divide it like that so we can see everything there. Perfect. This import screen right here doesn't have to be that much like that. That can be like that. And we now have our Godot scene set up. Awesome. So now, and there is one more thing we can do, which is actually dock the file system to the bottom of the screen with another plugin. I didn't really like that too much, but we don't want to spend the majority of our time just setting this up. So we got our scene here. We got everything where we want, or we got everything where we want it to be. Now the thing to do is to actually create our game design document. So I've actually did work on something like this before. Here, Merlin Antivirus, and I got somewhere kind of close to it. I got 3 player classes, like it's the kind of default RPG classes. We have the Brute, the Mage, the Rogue. Party system, up 3 in a party, up to 5 recruitable characters. God, this was, okay. Code theme and hacker themed attacks and systems. Yep, I wanted that. Flow instead of crit, okay. Isometric point and click explorable world, okay. 90s edutainment internet art style, yep, okay. Boss is the firewall. Okay, so this was stuff I set up for a demo. So this is what we're gonna do. Oh wow, I see a bunch of you guys hopping back into chat. I see some familiar faces. Okay, wow. It looks like I actually have a pretty solid setup. Stuff I want, super descriptive, super professional terms, by the way. Am I taking Final Fantasy? This would be a decent project. It's contained, thinking one explorable zone. I'm really glad I wrote this all down. I'm thinking one explorable zone to start with a village and combat and some encounters in each. The player can accept side quests in each that have to deal with killing things, and a dungeon 3 on the zone. With players collecting artifacts from each, forming the boss key for the end of the level. Okay. That's a lot. Kind of, actually pretty similar to Zelda. Yeah, okay. This is a pretty, well, not straightforward, but this is pretty contained. The combat system is probably, the combat system is definitely going to be the most complex thing, I think, to make in all of this. But I've made a turn-based combat system, or at least I worked on something somewhere in like in Unity. I made like a turn-based card game. If you're been with this channel for a while, so I don't think it'll be too difficult, especially with Godot having like its time-based system and just being able to see things happen in real time and a lot more speed in terms of iteration. Blah blah blah. I'm just saying random buzzwords isn't working. Okay, so I think what I need to do now is start outlining a task sheet for what we need to do. We got stuff we need for the demo, so let's call these demo components instead of stuff I want. Let's underline these guys here too. And we'll figure out ways to turn like this Brute, Mage, and Rogue into different things. The 5 recruitable characters. That's a lot. Well, 3 of them to party with 5 alternates. Okay. Code themed attacks. So we have to design the class system, the party. So we need to design a bunch of things actually. So we need the player system. We need to design like how the player is going to function, and inside the player we need to decide like how the classes are going to function. Like what do we want for like skill trees? Are we talking skill trees here? We're talking gear-based system for skills. Party system up to 3 in a party, so we'd have to design a way for, or we have to design characters that make sense. We have to plot out some semblance of a story. This is gonna be a big game. Yeah, no, we're not. We have to plot out some semblance of a story that is expandable, because this is like a quick demo, but like I could see this becoming something I like really want to work on. So we do that. Code theme attacks. That's gonna take a little bit. That's gonna probably take the most time, which is just design the combat system. Isometric point and click, explore world. That's gonna definitely be in line with the player. Art style for like the 90s edutainment stuff. I know how to make choppy stuff. I haven't worked on like kind of like a pixelated shader, like for visuals inside of Godot. So that's gonna be a fun one. And the boss being the firewall. I have an idea of like what that can look like in my head too. So we have our demo components. Let's add a thing here. 3 dungeons. Village. And that'll be it for now that we can work on. And yeah. Okay. So we got our demo components. We have our kind of summary of what we want for the demo. And now I think the thing we need to do is let's get another header in here. Let's get heading 1. We're gonna call this one design sheets. And these are basically going to be multiple different pages inside of Notion that we're going to create here that will act as our can we just get like a default generic person there? This will act as kind of our reference for like where things are going to go. If that makes sense, which I don't think it really did. Or at least to me it did. So let me clarify for myself. For the for Potato Game, one of the things I did was I just randomly wrote a list down. I treated it like a game jam, and that was cool. And it worked out a lot better than I think it should have. So for this one, we are going to just actually straight up write down everything, what we're going to do. So the player character is pretty straightforward. Let's add in a heading 2. And we're going to call this movement. And that's the first thing we want to control here. So, and let's actually highlight that too. Why not? So what do I want for movement? Something I really liked in a game like Baldur's Gate is the ability for players to both use the mouse and keyboard or the controller for the movement they liked. The controller is, I think, the best way to play Baldur's Gate because it definitely allows you to, well, it allows you to use the sticks to move, which I think takes away a lot from like moment-to-moment interaction, which is a good thing because the majority of Baldur's Gate is like, you know, positioning, storytelling, and just building up your characters. I personally didn't like clicking like I was playing League of Legends. So control support is something we can add, and also point and click stuff. So let's add those first things. So we need 2 systems. I haven't coded in controllers yet, so let's add the first one, which is going to be, can I get like a header 3 in there? Not H3, H3. Let's get point and click. And click. And what components are inside there? So players, let's see, player will be able to click on terrain and navigate to click spot, like in spot, MOBA style. Let's do that. Let's see. Cursor to indicate. Click to location. Player and party will move in a line to the location with the player always being the lead. And here's an alternate to that. Some games have the party inside the player into combat instances. This would make it easier for implementation, but maybe takes away from immersion. So that's something to consider for that. What else do we need for the point and click? I think this is, oh yeah. Item interaction. I think this is simple for like point and click, or let's say movement / control. So we got that. Let's get another header 3 in here, and let's call this interaction, because that's another big thing we have to actually focus on. Because moving is one thing, but actually interacting can be a different thing. So there's two different ideas I have for that. One is clicking an object, navigates towards it, navigates player towards it, and completes action. Oh, and here's another thing too, actually, about the player's party being hidden. In Baldur's Gate, since all the characters are different D&D classes, some of them can like do different things. So we're like, since like in one spot of Baldur's Gate is a very, 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 very minor spoiler. There's a bear, and if one of your party members has like animal communication, since they're out, you can switch to that party member, and then you can use their ability to talk to the bear. So I kind of like that ability right here. Games like Baldur's Gate. Let's see. Having the party out at all times leads to gameplay interaction, like character specific abilities. Let's get it like IE. I forgot it's I dot E dot animal communication. So that's another thing to think about. Let's go for interaction, and clicking an object navigates the player towards that action. Works, but could cause, I guess, conflict / confusion when attempting to navigate towards an object and then actively, I guess, using it, or then using it. Now what we could do is interaction range. Player has to get close to an object to actually interact with it, and then use something like an interaction specific keybind to affect it. I think this one's cool because let's see, allows, minimizes code for navigation if player clicks on object and then has to navigate to it, and separates church and state in terms of input systems. So I think that's pretty good too. So we got those two down for what we could do for interaction, and we have for player movement. So I think those are good to use for now. And then on top of that, I don't know. Let's How do I want to approach this? So we have player movement, we have the point and click interaction, we have the point and click system, we have the interaction. Inventory component, so I think kind of spacing this out. It just like comes down to like how I want to design the game. Where like the biggest thing that kind of, I guess, doesn't hold my attention in turn-based games like this is or at least like kind of like turn-based JRPG style games is the I guess the time it takes for certain encounters, and also really actually is just the time it takes in encounters. Where like if you run into like a patch of tall grass or something like that, you're going to hit an enemy, and it could be a really cool enemy, you know, but it could also just be like the same basic snail or slime or whatever that you just spent like the last 20 encounters fighting. which is like cool. I mean, if you play Pokemon, you already know. But it's not something that I necessarily enjoy, and that's something I do want to, I guess, improve or at least work on when I'm making this. Where I want the ability for, I want the player to, at least I want combat to always feel like kind of fresh, where like the player isn't always being bombarded by something, but like they do have to put in some kind of semblance of strategy to going into it. Like for example, one of my favorite strategy games, one to actually beat, is Pit People, which is by the same people that make not Clash of Clans, wow, Castle Crashers. And that game's super simple. It's your characters do level up, but it's gear based. So like you do have to get stronger weapons. There isn't a crazy amount of stats or like a crazy storyline that you have to follow, and the world is pretty interesting, or at least to me. It kind of scratches that itch from my brain where it's like, hey, this does make me think, but it doesn't make me overthink, if that makes sense. So that's something I want to do here. And since we're talking about the player character, I think that's something we need to consider when we're making the inventory, or just how the characters are designed in general. So I like the idea of a gear-based system for our characters here, where our character has like a certain power level, and that allows them to get certain skills. Like the higher our character is on like a power level, the more they can use like certain skills in like a tree. It's something I'm kind of floating, and I should actually write this down so we can get somewhere. So let's add another H2. This will be progression. And underline it and make sure it's highlighted a certain color. I don't know, orange. Cool. So let's call this one leveling up. This was an H3, I believe, yeah. Leveling system. So we have one which is like a gear-based system. Player gets stronger depending on the gear they equip. And I think what's cool about this one is this one is cool because it's not based on like if the player decides to like grind out like the initial zone for like 6 hours and just happens to get to like level 1 billion or something like that, some randomly high number that they can just speed run to the end of the game. This one actually like kind of forces you to actually play the game. It's like, okay, I need to grind out this fight, or at least I need to fight this character to craft this weapon. Which I do like. Allows for grind, but also forces player to actually progress in game to find stronger gear. And something else that needs to make sense for this is it needs to have like a lore-based reason for why this makes a character stronger. Because I want everything to like kind of be like this old school computer antivirus, but like there's a reason why that your character is getting stronger, or why the antivirus is getting stronger. So one of the things I want to say is like, let's say gear is measured in something like bits or bytes, right? Like that's your power level. Like you're this much, like you're taking up this much storage. And which could actually be a weight class now I think about it. This is why we're gonna post a lot of this because I'm gonna keep brain dumping here. But if like the character's continually like collecting gear or something like that, maybe that's like their way of getting stronger, learning like the ins and outs of the systems, figuring like what parts of the system they can use to like fight whatever virus is infecting the computer. And that lore system could also be applied to like, let's say do this, and we got XP based system. That's not that, Jesus. Player gets stronger based on combat encounters. It's good for players who enjoy combat system based grinds. Let's add a hyphen there. That's actually grammatically correct. And let's also grinds allows room for a skill tree. So I definitely want a skill tree in this because I never designed one, and that sounds fun. But the gear-based system, the thing about that is like you get stronger, like power levels. Maybe that allows you to unlock different parts of your skill tree. So like your program's like, hey, you just hit this part, like you just hit this threshold of like whatever. You can now use like this section for skill tree based on like your character's points or whatever, based on like whatever gear they have. So it's just like maybe they can use more memory, and that's why they can use more skills. The only thing that I'm kind of thinking about that is there's going to be an element of like de-leveling where like if you use like let's say you unequip like a helmet that you've gotten, or bless you, or you unequip like a bracelet or something, and you have now lost, I guess, the capacity to use that part of the skill tree. You're gonna have to de-level, which no, could be simple. Could be simple enough to do. I don't know how that feels design-wise. So I'm gonna write that here actually. Allows skill tree. The player would lose access to certain points, certain sections, if they unequip, if they drop their power level. Which could be interesting. Like, maybe like certain pieces of gear have like certain like attributes to them. For like the mage, it's like you get like an intelligence strength build, so you can use like the mage's intelligence tree, which is like makes you really good at magic, but you also have strength points. And then like now that lets you carry like, that lets you like conjure like heavier spells or something like that, or you can have like a stronger bag of holding or whatever, which actually could be cool. Because like another game I really like that's kind of in line with stuff like this is Loop Hero, which is an idle roguelike RPG. But like a lot of these things you can do in Loop Hero is like you equip gear. Like your character does get stronger, and that is kind of the permanent progression part of it. But you equip gear to make your character better at certain things, like their sneak ability or their crit chance, and like you have to min-max the different stats depending on what you want to do. So maybe that's it. Let's do like idea. Okay. Gear has different attributes to it: strength, intelligence, agility. And players min-max what gear they use for what part of the skill tree. So it's kind of like free tree respec, but also based on inventory management. That's actually kind of cool. Because like one of the things that I've always really struggled with in RPGs is just like choice overload. But whenever I like wanted to change a build and like I had to respec a tree, like in Borderlands that's one thing, but like if you do that in something like Path of Exile, if you've seen that tree, that's insane. It's a big thing. So, and also cost stuff too. So if you're out of money, you can't do that. So I'm thinking if like the player can just move around points and like they lose access to certain trees, like skills, but they can just kind of like reallocate it for free. Like that might be the cost, just like what gear they use. Like they could just use a level 1 helmet to boost them for like a specific puzzle. But cost to respec. I kind of like that gear-based system. And that way you don't have to worry about like actually coding in an XP system too, which is very welcome. Okay. So we have a pretty good generalized layout for like, we got progression, we have our movement and control. Combat's a whole different page. I think the last thing I want to do is just inventory management. And this is an important one to figure out. This actually might be its own page, now that I think about it. I just want to see if there's anything I want to do like specifically for the player here. I guess we can, let's end this part of the document by outlining classes. And this way we can just like keep adding on to this as we go along and just see what we want. And for some reason, I have this thing where I want to use a stoplight color scheme for designing this part. What we're gonna do. So for our classes, let's get a H3 in here. Let's talk about the first one. Let's talk about the warrior class. So what will the warrior class have? It will be, this is also a living document, and this will change based on how the aesthetic and kind of theme of the game is, because again, this is a kind of like set in an old computer. So this warrior, mage, and rogue, this will change to be something that's like computery. So what do I want for the warrior class? I want the warrior class to have access to, oh wait, that's another thing actually I have to think about for the gear-based system. I have to, to manage drop system a little more carefully for gear for proper class drops and progression. So that'd be like the big thing, and it's like, do I want to manage it where it's like, if you're playing this class or you have these guys in your party, this character will only drop these items, or I don't want that. Like realistically, all I would really have to do is just be like, hey, are you in this zone? Did you fight this enemy? Cool, this enemy has these drops in their loot pool. What power level is this going to be? Like what points is this going to allow you to have in your skill set? So the warrior is going to have access to a couple things. So let's make the warrior kind of a tank slash heavy. Let's say like tank slash heavy damage. And what will that do? So that means the warrior moves slower, but has increased strength. Allows for environmental interaction, like picking up heavier objects, breaking walls, or oh, hey, no problem, Finger. Thanks for joining the stream. It's good to see you back for this one. Take it easy. Or yeah, I already put a lot of effort into this too, so we're making this game. What's happening now? So yeah, it's like picking up heavy objects, breaking walls, and let's I don't know. Say higher, I guess, trap resistance for like dungeons, or higher hazard resistance. Damage from stuff like arrow traps. Uses high strength requirement weapons. Strength weapons. Ooh, I wonder for like the combat, like maybe different weapons allows you to use different combat abilities. Like your actual roster of like what skills you get to use is based on what you equip in your character. It's like, hey, this axe gives you like, ooh, wait a second, dude, that's a cool idea. Hold up. Let's get another design sheet in there. Let's add this one page. Ooh, toggle list. Wait. Brain dump. Oh. Can I add stuff to my brain dump? Sick. All right. Weapons and armor give abilities and attacks to characters. So combat is based off of your party's loadout. Cool. Can I add like a little icon there? I kind of want to. Okay, whatever. High damage, but slow attacks. So like takes a few turns to charge. Weaker for events like puzzles or talking to NPCs for bartering or negotiations. Okay. We got that. Let's get another one. H2. This will be the wizard. Or sorcerer, actually. Because sorcerer. Wow, I just realized I know how to spell that. That is insane. Okay. Sorcerer. Wow. Every English teacher I've had is probably weeping now. Mid health. Jack of all trades. Medium speed. High intelligence. Let's see. Solve certain puzzle encounters better. Can negotiate better. Magic weapons. Multifaceted. Wow, dude, I can't. Oh, faceted. Wow, I really can't spell today. Multifaceted gear that allows for varied combat. So I'll say turning enemies against each other, teleporting, transmogrification. Oh, so I can spell that? Okay. I cannot spell that. Transmography, it's an I. I always get the I and the A mixed up for some reason. And let's say struggles in cases that require high agility. And let's add one more. H2, and this will be our rogue class, which is weak, high crit. There we go. So the rogue will be kind of our, you want to kill something and you don't want to be seen class, and also you want to be a smooth talker. High speed. Really low health. Rogue will usually have initiative on attacks, but can easily be defeated. Excels at events that require sneaking. You know, here's another thing to do. Could use a system like the Lego games, where your player character can cycle through who is in your party. I like that, actually. I'm gonna highlight the ones I actually like, really like, in kind of gold for like the multi-faceted decisions we have here. So we got that. Yeah, I see you, Jethro. This might just be more informational stream today. We're gonna set up the rest of the file systems so we can figure out what we need to do next. The next stream, which is tomorrow, will definitely be just like implementing the easy stuff, which is just the point and click system, the interaction system, and then depending on how long that takes, we'll probably work on the gear system. That needs to be designed, and also just need to figure out like how the inventory needs to work. So it's like item classes, how I'm gonna actually program those systems in. Am I gonna use a JSON file? Am I gonna use like a system of resources, which is probably gonna be that, but those are usually hacked. But it's like if you're hacking, you're kind of lame. But yeah. So let's see. Uses weapons like uses light weapons. Insane crit damage. But weak. Let's see. Weak non-crit. Let's do that. Let's say it can allow double attacks. Let's do that. And let's cells in bartering and anything that requires agility / charisma. Alright, sweet. We have our classes lined out here. We have what we need to do here. Let's actually favorite this page. There we go. This is what we're gonna be working on. We have a demo component, which is this is a really big project. This is actually the biggest project I've probably ever worked on. But yeah, the last thing to do is to just make sure we have our Godot set up for what we got. So we have our add-ons here. We're gonna add a new folder here. This one's going to be called scripts. We're gonna do that. We're gonna add another folder called meshes. We're gonna add another folder called scenes. Hey, Autumn1 Cox, welcome for the follow. Welcome for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to Think Tank. There we go. How you doing today? Let's see. We got meshes, we got scenes, we got scripts. Let's get levels. Yeah. That's another thing here. Meshes, scenes, scripts, level. I think that's all we really need for now. And I like to, of course, color our stuff differently. So I'm gonna make our levels actually the red one. Our meshes are gonna be pink because it reminds me of like missing textures. Our scenes are going to be, let's make that yellow, and our scripts are going to be green. There we go. And we are also going to favorite these following folders, specifically our scenes and our scripts, because we're gonna be using those the most. Nothing much. Oh, we're designing our new game. This is the one we're gonna be releasing at one point. It's been a while since the last stream too. So, you're watching me take on the undertaking of making a turn-based RPG. Something I've never attempted and I barely played. It gives me an excuse to buy more games though, so, yeah. Okay. So we got our setup here. We have all of our files. We got our import system right there. Awesome, awesome. Now the last thing to do is just make sure that we have everything set up. So first things first, we need to create a main node, and what this will be parent of all nodes in the game acts as the hub for switching out levels. So we got our main node. This will also be the let me save that. Actually, we're gonna go to levels here, main TC. Sweet. We are going to now also create another scene. It's going to be a 3D scene. We're gonna call this one sandbox. And this one will be a level used for testing mechanics and world building. Like so. Do I stream daily? I stream Monday through Friday from 11 to 1 usually. Today we started a little later. It's going to be a shorter stream since I just came back. And I usually post like a VOD or something on Twitch and short on YouTube. We're going to try to get a little more active on it. But yeah. Oh yeah, those times were for PST. So 11 to 1 PST. Yeah. And we're probably going to do some gaming too. So we don't always just like do work. Because games are fun. So we're going to have sandbox right there. Save it. Make sure it's saved under... Ooh, scenes. We don't want that. We want it to be saved under levels. There we go. So we got that set up. Hey, Electus 200. What's good? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Okay. So that's good for our setup. We have our main node right there. We have our sandbox node, and I will just quickly... Scenes? No, where's it? Levels. Yep. Kind of loving the setup now. I can just have that right there. Okay, that goes pretty hard. Sick. Let's save that. Let's back this up on GitHub. Always back up your projects, kids. Project setup. And yep, publish repository to my Git. So I want to become a professional streamer. If this could become a career, that would be nice. This is mostly a way for me to just meet more game developers, get my projects to have more, I guess, publicity. Because game development, or at least trying to make money off of games, it's tough, and marketing is rough. So streaming is like, hey, look, this is something I do. If I'm gonna be sitting on my computer, might as well have a good conversation at the same time, and you know, publicity. Ideally, I'd like to become a professional game developer, though. Like, I would like to release something where it's like, wow, people really like this. I made money where I can survive, I can support my family, and I can just keep doing this. That's a dream, though. Okay, so we got our setup there. Everything's good here. Everything's good. Okay. I think the next thing to do is... I'm gonna do this real quick, actually, because this is bothering me now. I don't know why this is bothering me as much as it is. Yep. Nope. No. God, no. You... crap. Nope. Okay. You should be here, here, and I'd like you to be down here, but I don't know how to do that. No. Oh. Oh, wait. That's so close, dude. Or maybe this has to be up here? Okay, and you have to be down here. There we go. Okay. Now I can do that. That's so much better. I appreciate that, Adam. Thanks. This is the first time in a while. Like, I've streamed before and I've made YouTube stuff before, but this is, I can say, like, the first time in a while where I'm just like, I'm doing this, like, just because I really want to, not like my entire life is staking on it, which I'm lucky enough to say, and I'm lucky enough to do. I really appreciate that. Okay. I think that's all the setup we're gonna do for now. We're in a good spot for here, for what we're looking at. We can set that up to be like that. I like the setup we have here. It's good. Yeah, nice. I like this a lot, actually. Let's end the stream with... I don't know. Do you guys want to see me struggle in Blender for a bit? I feel like I kind of want to do that. Oh, yeah. And let me just make sure that main is set up as our default scene. There we go. That's exactly what we want. That's what I was missing. I couldn't see the output log. Now this looks like Godot to me. All right, cool. So now we got our main scene as our main. Let's just quickly doing that. Ooh, yeah, I love that being right there. Okay, that's so great. Dude, this is actually the ultimate way. Where am I from? I'm from the good old-fashioned state of California. Yep. Land of the multi-trillion-dollar companies and crippling rent. But we got people from all over who come and stream. We got some viewers from Sweden. We got viewers from Germany. We got viewers from England. I think we have... I don't know if we have any French viewers. We got Canadian viewers, though. We got US viewers. People are coming from everywhere. That's a cool thing about getting into development. Alright, cool. I'm gonna need to stop messing around with Godot. Let's work in Blender for a bit. I think that's kind of what I want to end stream. Let's do a quick speed model of what I'd like a character to look like. And we're gonna have the fun challenge of working with a system that that's a nice place in California. Yeah, no, it's pretty great. Like, a lot of people complain about it, and they're like, oh yeah, if California's wiped off the map, the world would be a better place. No, it's like, of course there's something wrong with it. I mean, like, there's something wrong with literally every spot in the world. There's no place that is perfect. But honestly, it's like, even though there's a lot... Oh, hey, you're from Texas? You are actually the second viewer from Texas. Hey, you know what? A Texas viewer saying California's nice? I appreciate that. Yeah, but no, but I like it here. There's stuff that could be better, but it's just like, you know, like, it's nice. Okay. So we're gonna try a little speed model. This is going to be like, let's see what we can do here. I want to make like a little wizard character. I think I'm gonna start that off with a cylinder. And this is gonna be a very large character because I'm not gonna actually change the dimensions properly. We're gonna get that down to about 16 polygons. It's been I don't think I've ever been to Texas, actually. I've been wanting to go for a while now, actually, because I'm a pretty big food guy. I actually want to make like, if this channel ever got popular enough, I want to make like a secondary channel where like I cooked and something I like would want to do is like a barbecue special, and it would give me an excuse to actually go to Texas, which would be nice because I do like to go places. And I like to explore the country a little bit more than I have. Okay, let's do that. And God, my Blender skills have definitely lessened over the years. Oh, what to do here? Let's do that. And shift that. Okay. I wonder how this is going to be if I do this. Delete faces. Cool. And what I want to hopefully do is I can just do this, and I can just value selection or Control J. Oh, can I not do that? And do that and oh, fill. Okay. This gave us some interesting geometry. Oh yeah, okay, that's why I did that. It's because this is a triangle fan and okay. Oh, okay, cool, interesting. We didn't get any n-gons though, which is good. Sweet. I got my little kind of cone shape here. Let's see what we got here. Let's say this is like the body. I feel like I'm gonna accidentally make like a Hey Arnold looking character, which isn't a bad thing. I love Hey Arnold. Let's get an icosphere there. Don't need that many polygons because we can shade it smooth. 16 seems like a good spot to be. Yeah, let's go here. Maybe like shrink it down a little bit, get the hat, or get a little head kind of guy here. This looks like a character made for another game. Ooh, whoa. That I really liked making. Stopped making it though because that's back when I used Unreal, and I had some major problems with it. Nothing wrong with Unreal as an engine at all. It's definitely because I decided to. Oh, maybe I do want to use a con. It was definitely because I decided to use a Unreal 5 the second it dropped to make a project where I was like, yeah, this is gonna be the big one. And I, besides the stream, what do I do for a job or work? Right now, nothing really. I was kind of in a weird limbo to say that. I've been saying I'm saying I'm fun employed because technically this is something, but yeah. I mean, before I used to be a UX designer for a bit. Bounced around a lot. I went from like a computer science. I went from like a software engineering dude to a UX design dude. Just trying to make this work right now. Is it smart? What do we find is smart? But yeah. I'm working on trying to get some accreditation for UX design right now because I do need to get a little bit more ahead to get that going down. Yeah. Oh, okay, so you can't. That's good to know. That's gonna make you turn this cone into like a wizard hat, but it seems like I have to use something like a cylinder for that, which is fine. I can just condense that thing. You know. Not gonna lie though, I'm enjoying it right now. Like from the work I did do in the past, I saved up enough money to where I can like support myself, which is really again really nice. We're just signing. Oh wait, is this? Oh, okay, I don't want to do that yet. That just makes a cone. And I was someone who like definitely tried to do everything at once. Which, you know, it's not a bad thing, kind of being a jack of all trades, master of none. But like, you do it for a while, you kind of burn yourself out, which I did definitely do. Which isn't fun. But yeah, I've been actually able to just kind of like enjoy what I've been doing lately, which is fun, you know. Yeah. There we go. Let's extrude along normals, which is what we want to do. There we go. Nice. And let's select this. Wait, what is it? It's B? No. I always forget the hotkey for this. Shift for B. There you go. Dude, this is so bad. I didn't use Blender for so long, like, and it is definitely showing now. Oh, you know what? Instead of doing that, let's bring these edges down actually. That, and then let's take this entire top face right here. And oh, you're a professional graphic designer? Right on. What tools do you use? I'm assuming like Illustrator. Oh yeah, if you're a graphic designer, Illustrator, maybe some Figma for doing any UI, UX stuff. I personally am a UX pin guy myself. I really came to like that when I started working with it a little while ago. That's what's up. Yeah, coming from someone who was initially in a programming background, going to like doing graphic design stuff, it's like I loved it so much more. It's like my brain definitely works a lot better in that space, and it's so much fun. I love making stuff, and like just doing things with like a visual component definitely has like the biggest or like at least the quickest return for just like what you can see as like a finished product, and that's always super motivating. I forgot what the hotkey was for selecting polygons. Yeah, I think it's Alt H or is it Control H? Nope. Shift H? There we go. I really need to properly relearn Blender. Let's dissolve these faces. Or just delete these faces real quick just to see what we got going on here. Okay, and I can just actually fill in the spaces here. Nope. Oh, God. Can I just... There's probably a better way to do this. I don't know what that way is. Yeah, I can already... There's this, ooh, crap. There's this, Blender account where they say, don't do this. This isn't professional. And I know what I'm doing right now isn't professional. But for my brain that requires me to just, like, do something, this is doing good stuff. I don't know how to describe it. The more you stay on this channel, the more you're gonna learn that about half my personality is just saying, "Oh, I have ADHD," which, you know, I like talking about it. I just learned about it more pretty recently, which there's a lot of stuff from my childhood. I don't know. It feels kind of nice knowing where like things are sometimes. Knowing where things are, being like, oh yeah, I know when my brain does this. That's way too big. Let's see, rotate Y. Give it a little tilt. Kind of like Kid Wizard. Okay, not bad, not bad. I don't know why, in hindsight, I don't know why I did this cloak thing at the bottom here, because I wanted to give like a little kind of like frills to it. And now this I made this way harder than it has to be. Oh, I forgot. There it is. Because I did that. Oh wait, I know exactly what to do, dude. Just take these pieces right here. Oh wait, I know what to do. I'm still making things a little more complicated than I have to be. Gotta take every other notice here. This effect won't look like how it's supposed to look like. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. And there we go. And if this is not right, I'm gonna be very sad. But I'm not gonna be sad today. Do that. There we go. Kind of like a little wizard ghost guy going on here. Alright. And I wanted to add like 2 eyes to this guy. So let's, I don't know. Let's duplicate this. Call this one eyes. This is the head. This is the hat. Cool. Eyes, let's give it a mirror modifier. Like that. Make sure it's reflecting across the... I always get confused about this. It's just to say it's mirroring the head. Ooh, across the x-axis. Oh, okay. Okay, kind of get that, but not really. You provide quality to streamers through services like logos, banners, overlays, YouTubers. Hey, that's what's up. You're actually our second graphic designer who does that, actually. Who's joined the server. Or joined the the stream server, I said. That's dope. I've been thinking about doing VTubing at one point, but I mean, everyone's seen my face, so I don't really know if that's worth it at this point. I don't mind people seeing my face either. Okay, cool. We got a little wizard dude. I don't know. Let's add some colors to it, maybe. Oh yeah. His eyes are way higher quality than they have to be, but that's fine. I do want to add like some little weird wizard feet to this guy. Yeah, whatever. This is a speed model. It's been a while since I actually modeled. Let's shade smooth by angle. Oh, wait, that's cool. Wait, what? That looks really good. Wait a second, that looks really good. Oh, cool. So instead of, it's by angle instead of normal. Cool, dude. Okay. Wait, that's dope. Huh. So I got the shades. We got the shade smoothing, which is down. God, forgot Blender changed a little bit. Where's it? 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 Where? Wait, where is it actually? Line art. Oh wait, dude, there's so much new stuff here. Okay. What is it? What is it? It was like by normal. Dude, I straight up don't remember where this is now. This is cool. Oh no, it wouldn't be UV maps. Oh yeah, I forgot you can do that. Okay, that's where that's at. Tetratrace remesh. Oh, is this not a node anymore? Cool. Or this isn't a modifier. Custom properties, no. Okay, cool. Yeah. Use the Discord. Do like exclamation point Discord or grab the Discord link from the chat and join the server, and you can talk to me from there. But yeah, love to see some of your stuff. Shit's move by angle. .9 seems like a good one. I don't know if that's the exact same as what this is. So it is the exact same. Alright, we're just gonna leave this alone for now. Shade smooth. We'll just like shade smooth on the whole thing, just see what that looks like. Oh, shade flat, shade smooth, shade flat, shade smooth. Oh, okay. Got to keep sharp edges, shade smooth. Okay, and we'll do the same thing for you. See what that looks like. I don't like that, so we'll keep it like that. And okay, we got a little wizard dude now. Let's add in some materials to this guy. One head. I kind of want like a black purple color to that. Oh, the link is invalid? God, I don't know what. Okay. Let's see. Tried this one because this is from the YouTube stream, and if this one doesn't work, that means I have to update it again. Which, thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, this is the exact same. I'll just refresh the link real quick so you can see it better. Let's see. Let's get that kind of darker purple. Okay, cool. And it'll be funny if I like do like an image texture on it and like have like a missing texture thing for a guy here. It's magic texture. Oh, weird. I hate that. Oh god, I hate that. It's cool, but I don't like it. Sky texture, wave texture. Oh wait, cool. It's just because I haven't UV and wrapped this that it's gonna look weird. Bands, rings. Oh, that's trippy. Okay, wait, hold up. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Z. And there's also a spherical. Okay. Cool. Let's try that out. Scale. Can try that out. Oh, what's that? Oh, I did my math wrong. See, distortion. Oh, whoa. So. Okay, try that out. Let's give him like this kind of blue eyes. I wanted a mist color on top of that. And let's get that same color as that. Don't fry my GPU, please, if I do this. Thank you. Let's do that, and let's see, don't use scene one. There we go. And for our little hat here, I don't know. Make it like a little. Yeah, let's do that. Little cheese hat. All right, cool. That's our little wizard. Autumn, did the link work? And if not, I'll just send you the new one, or I'll send you the one that actually does work. What's the? Okay, so we got a white noise texture too on this. Interesting. That's. Ooh, I like that. Okay, that one's invalid. Okay, let me just send you the link that actually works then. I don't know why it broke, but it did. And that just means I have to reset them. Oh my god. Okay, give me a quick second to do this real quick. Invite people. Invite. God. Let's see. Invite people. Edit invite link. Expires never. Generate a link. Copy. Cool. Try this one out. Let's see if that does it for you. I can multiply these by like a noise texture and not get those like actual colors in there. 1D, a 2D texture, a 3D texture. This is a 4D texture. Interesting. Yeah, I kind of like that. I mess with the scale about it a bit too. I feel like that almost works better for the hat though. Can smush. Oh wow, there's this. There's a. Oh, whoa. Okay, that's freaking out my computer. Okay, so we're not gonna do this. We're gonna take off that texture. We're gonna go back to the magic texture. Or even better yet, what's the brick texture? Is it just actual bricks? Oh, oh, cool. Can mess with the offset. Can mess with the frequency of the bricks. To 14. The squash of the bricks. Frequency of the squash. Cool. So there's a lot we can do here. But yeah, that's a little speed model for a little wizard dude. I'll put that in random. Skin modifier human. What was I making before? Yeah, that was pretty fun. It's been a while since I like just made some random Blender. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for today. Short stream, but we got some stuff done today. We designed a game. We are prepping for a big game, and we designed a little model in Blender. So of course, to end off the stream, we're gonna do what we usually do, which is saying thank you to everyone. So of course, thank you for Finger Popping for being the first one to stream, and welcome back. I'm glad to see you. Hope to see you in the next one. Of course, thanks to Autumn for hopping in for the follow and for just joining up. I'm looking forward to see what you got in in your portfolio. So whenever you send that over, I will check it out. And of course, Electus200 for hopping in. I don't know if you're still here, but yeah, I hope from when you were here, you enjoyed the stream. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today. Again, Autumn, that link should work right there. If it doesn't, that's odd. Leave a message on like my YouTube channel. That wasn't supposed to be. That's not a plug or anything. It's like legit. Let me fix that if it's actually still broken. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Tomorrow we're gonna be working on like implementing the stuff we talked about for like movement and maybe some other junk if we code fast tomorrow. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I hope to see y'all in the next one tomorrow at 11 a.m. PST. All right, peace.